Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar, and welcome to my channel. Welcome, 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 baby. We are here to do a full recap of what you might ask Beyond the Gates. Why else are you here? Episode 117, baby. We are here to talk about after the slap. So while you're here, make sure you talk. Underneath this video, talk. Say something about the show, of course. But I want you to give your opinion about what you think about these characters, honey, because they are a bunch of characters and some more. And what I do, I respond to you. Yeah, yeah, you heard it right. I do respond to you, and I respond to you on my video series, which is called the Front Porch Talk. Yes, I am sitting on my front porch, baby, having a sip of some champagne, however way you want to, talk and pronounce it, And we are just sitting here and I'm reading each and every one of your comments. I do. Sometimes I might skip it if it's a couple of days that pass. I might skip it, but my goal is that on this video, every word that you say, I read it and I do respond. No, you talking about why you just don't type, girl? That's too much because the content is the comments, y'all. That's how people can make their life so much easier is to respond to your subscribers. I've done a live before. The live was fun. Probably will do another live in a couple of months on like Halloween. I'm going to do a Halloween live. But other than that, I'm responding to you real time. So you hear my response and you hear whatever I say. And I agree with everybody. And there ain't no, you wrong, you right, you right, you wrong. I don't do none of that shit. I'm here to see what my rascals, that's what we call ourselves, the recap rascals. Because if you go and listen to our front porch conversation, you'll know why we call ourselves the rascals, baby. So we are recap aunties rascals, and we are here to have a good time. We don't judge, and a real good warning to you: I cuss. I don't curse. I don't do that color purple stuff, honey, with the two fingers and the silly. No, I cuss. CUSS. So I say bitch, ass, if you, yeah, all of that. If I feel that it belongs in the script, I'm going to say it because that's what I feel the character is trying to exude in that moment. Because why? I'm an actress, honey. I've done acting almost for 15 years next year. So I'm trying to get discovered, whether it's voiceover work or have me a little, scene or two here on the show. That's what I'm here to do because I want to be discovered. And I want my acting talents to come through. So I make mine's different. I recap by using the people's voices that I think how they sound in my ear. So I think I've said enough at the damn the church announcements. We a little after 3 minutes. Yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, get this video out. Keep sharing. I normally don't ask that, but share, like, comment, subscribe. Do it because we're growing. We are growing. I just got monetized on was it 4th of July? 4th of July, I just got monetized. So, but I've had this channel for such a long time. But I started taking it serious. I put 2 videos up a day. At least I try to, but I've been going consistent since February the 24th, the first day of Beyond the Gates. Even when they had their hiatus, I went on and I reviewed Divorce Sisters during that week. So yeah, I'm serious about this shit. I'm serious about becoming keeping my monetization. I'm serious about growing. I'm serious about being on this show. I'm really serious. Okay. So all right, I think that's all I needed to tell y'all in the beginning. All right. Well, let's go ahead and open up these gates. Let's knock on the door and see what the fuck they talking about today. So, honey, we are at Orphe Jeans. And my rascals, they already know what I'm looking for when I go into Orphe Jeans, baby. If you know, I want you to say it in the comment section. What is Auntie looking for? The first thing that when we walk into Orphe Jeans, we looking to the right, and what are we looking for? All right, let go. Well, we get to Orphe Jeans and we see Leslie and we see Eva hugging each other. And so Leslie's like, oh, hello, beautiful. Look at you. And Eva is touching her mammy's dress like, bitch, is this new? Because I don't remember this. So she had the tag on the dress, honey. Eva was like, Mama, you don't have to wear your haute couture like it's a damn competition out here, okay? That's not classy at all. Well, never heard of ladies who lunch, honey. Well, we are those ladies. Eva said, well, honey, we used to make fun of those ladies. And Leslie just comes back and says, well, honey, it's because we never thought we could be those ladies. And so Eva was like, honey, that ain't why. And look, also, honey, please don't try to spend all that money in one damn week, okay? I am a one percenter, baby, and you are the heir to two fortunes. You are a princess, and baby, I am a queen. And so Eva says, okay, your highness, I hear you, mama. So she says, next time, honey, we will have a proper tea somewhere fancy, okay? Oh, wow. Oh, mama, and those little sandwiches on Bridgerton do always look good. Oh, my God. But are they secretly bland or are rich people just frying? And Leslie says, let's find out. So Eva was like, oh, honey, we could just go ahead and raise our tea glasses, honey, to Miss Barbara, Grandmama Barbara. And Leslie says, and to our sugar mama, honey, Anita Dupree. Honey, she called Anita a sugar mama. Ain't that disrespectful? Now, any of y'all ever had a sugar mama or sugar daddy? I'm sure somebody out there has. For those of you who don't know what a sugar mama or sugar daddy is, look it up. All right, back to the show. All right, we are back at the palace, and Anita comes to meet her husband. Hello there, love. Hi, well, how was the meeting with Kendall? So Vernon comes in and says, oh, he wants me to do a guest lecture for his new class. Good, she says. This generation could really use your wisdom. Vernon said, Mom ain't raised no fool, baby. Stop trying to fluff me up, woman. Now what the hell's going on? So we found out that Nicole and Kat, honey, have been in there in the parlor for a good hour. So Vernon was like, well, Kat's very resilient. Why are they in there? Are they talking about Kat's lovely good time with Thomas? He said, we'll be there for the both of them, he says. But how the fuck is my wife doing? She says, disappointed that I let that bitch push my buttons. Then I suddenly became the bitch slap first and think later type. Didn't I just say bitch? And this was before I even saw it on the screen. See, I be knowing. And she should feel very disappointed in reacting, because we got some honeys, we got some people out here that make you want to yoke them up and slap the shit out of them. We all got somebody like that. If you haven't ran into them yet, baby, keep on living. He says he just rubs it in. I'm like, wait a minute, Vernon. You have waited all these years to make peace with whatever you had with Barbara. And then by the time you was able to breathe just right, then you'll find out that all this money that you've been given and pouring into this trust is passed on to the daughter of your worst enemy. Of your daughter's worst enemy. I'm like, thanks, Vernon. Damn. Shit. This pours more salt on the wound. Shit. He was like, even the grace personified Anita Dupree would crack under that type of bullshit. Anita Dupree does not crack, honey. And we can say her name. Leslie is not the boogeyman or fucking Satan. Shit, Vernon was like, Nicole might not agree with that shit. Have you had a chance to tell her about what happened? Shit, Anita just shook her head, baby, left and right, like, mm-mm. So he agrees. He's like, look, we'll just tell her together. And she's like, oh gosh. She's like, look, don't feel guilty. That woman attacked you in your own home, right? Ain't this what she did? Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is you fought the fuck back. That's what happened, right? Have we strayed so far off the path, Vernon, that we condone violence now? He said no. He said, but one thing for sure, honey, we ain't gonna never be unprepared again. We are on the fucking offensive. She was like, well, that's not a speech. That sounds like a plan. He said that contract binds us to a woman who set herself against us. He said plans must be fucking made. She was like, well, honey, stop stalling, honey. Please share, please. I am completely calm. No more slaps. He says, don't make promises you can't keep. Well, we are back at the palace in the parlor, and Nicole and Kat are sitting there. So she was like, girl, Nicole tells her, look, I just knew that I needed some time to talk to you, honey. And I can't risk you finding out from anybody else but me, baby. About that divorce. She got on black. It looks, like a dark blue, navy blue. She looks cute. Go ahead, Nicole. Kat was like, you ain't sick, is you, mama? Mama says, girl, in a way, I'm just sick of all this back and fucking forth with your pappy. We're getting a divorce, girl. Oh, Cat looks sad with her out of office tie on. That tie is cute. All right, so we're at the. It sounds like the Coca Cabana, but we're at the damn country club, and we see this man reaching for some brown, and it's actually Andre. So Ted comes up like, nephew. How in the hell can you look more miserable, man, than the last time I saw you? He said, maybe your pickleball outfit is maybe blinding my ass because he looked like he got on like a powder blue pants, like he going golfing. So Tara's like, hey man, a man has to find endomorphs when he can. Endomorph is a person that's I think it's big in the stomach area. Baby, I'm a endomorph. He said endorphins. Why the fuck I said endomorph? Put your glasses on, Shar. I'm sorry. He says he finds his damn pickleball at endorphins. Pickleball is endorphin, y'all. I know a lot of people that like this shit. Okay, so Ted asks him, man, is Nurse Ashley still keeping your ass guessing? And Andre said, nope, not at all, Nick, not at all. I finally didn't know exactly why her ass can't get away from me fast enough. She walked in on me and Danny, and she thought that we were about to. And so Ted was like, wait a minute, I thought you hit the pause on Danny so you can see where you still with Ash. He was like, yeah, I did. But he said, no, no, no judgment. Ted was like, no judgment, man. I think getting out of something casual can be, very sticky. So Dre was like, man, look, it wasn't sticky, Uncle Ted. I was comforting Danny and we was getting hot and heavy, but I stopped that shit. I put on the brakes. I tried to explain to Ashley, but by that time, man, she was done. And guess who comes into the country club? It's Danny. Hey, Danny. She was like, there is so much wrong with this picture. She points at Andre. Not you. You hella fine. She finna drag Ted. Danny, please, girl. You know you be reading, honey. Danny, she wearing that dress, honey, with the corset in the waist. Bitch. But you seeking advice from your uncle? Say it ain't so. Oh my God. Andre was like, look, Danny, come on. Look, I just don't want you to end up with a long lost secret love baby who is shockingly good at addressing wounds and changing catheters. What? Girl, Danny, you just go drag Ted. He's standing right there with his powder blue pants on, girl. Ted says, I do miss your razor sharp wit, Danny. So Danny was like, honey, you know Nicole doesn't need a dime. But I do know a designer who can melt down your pickleball trophy and make it into something really pretty after the settlement. He was like, Andre, I'm out. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. All right, Unc. All right. Danny, he says. And she says, scum. Damn, she does not. Whew, Theodore, baby. Theodore. Honey, you have really dug your grave, darling. You really have. So Ted skedaddles, and so Dre was like, look, girl, do you ever dial it down a notch at least? She was like, with Ted or in general? He was like, with Uncle Ted. She was like, never, honey. You weren't really actually seeking advice from that cheater, were you? He was like, well, she's like, wait a minute, uncle who can't keep his dick in his pants is your love guru? The fuck? She's like, So she grabs his hand. He's like, what the fuck you doing? She's like, look, I'm righting the wrong. She told the bartender to put his drink on her tab. Okay, girl, go ahead, Danny. Yes, honey. She says, we are jumping into my Maserati, bitch, and we're going to drive to my place. Yes. Can I come? He was like, and what happens there? She's like, relax, Tiger. Not everything in the world needs to be solved with sex, even the way we do it. I was offended just now. You could talk to your uncle about whatever's got you twisted, but your ass can't talk to me? She's like, no fucking way. So she snatches his ass and he goes right behind her. Oh, so we back at the palace. And so Kat asks her mama, you're getting a divorce for real, for real? I am, she says. It's been a long time coming, girl. Now, whatever you're feeling, daughter, sad, mad, angry, it's all okay, boo. All of the above, Mama? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry, Cat. Mom, it's not your fault. Do you know that growing up, everybody wanted to hang at our house because Martin and I had the cool parents? Nicole was like, girl, we just had the good snack. She said, Cat says, we had you and Dad separately, but you were also like this entity, quote unquote, Mom and Dad. The ones that took care of us, that made us into who we are. You both were so in love. It washed over everyone else. You made us feel so loved all the time. I fucking hate that it was a lie. I hate it for Martin and me, and I hate it for you too. Nope, couple is perfect, she says, Nicole says. And I did you a disservice by serving up that fairy tale. Kat turns around and says, if it wasn't real, I mean, is love real? Oh, baby. Love is real. It is real. Love is so real. Your father and I, baby, we were so real until we weren't. Until he. She stopped and paused. She says, look, I am not going to sit here and tear him down. I'm not going to do that. Kat says, I will never forgive that nigga for what he did to you, Mama. Nicole says, but you will always love him, and I am not going to take him away from you. So Kat is crying, oh, with her blue mascara. It looks so cute on her. And Nicole is wiping her baby girl's tears. So Kat was like, well, you can vent about the other elephants in the room. So she says, pardon? That's what Nicole says. Well, honey, you wouldn't be facing the big D if it weren't for that damn Leslie and her little evil spawn. We found out that Nicole says that she's starting to let go of her anger for Eva. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Whew. And Kat was like, honey, I will never understand that. Nicole was like, honey, girl, Leslie damn near ruined that girl. Just like she helped ruin my fucking marriage. I'm putting your dad in my rear view, one day at a damn time. But that woman, honey, at night, when I go to sleep, baby, Kat was like, nightmares, honey. I dream about what Leslie's got coming to her, and I am not the one delivering the blow. Ooh. Well, honey, we are back at Orphe Jeans, baby. So Leslie and her baby hairs is back talking about, honey, you remember when we were at the Articulates reunion concert and Anita was on that stage and she got all cryptic about what she owed Barbara? The Duprees don't do guilt the way regular people do guilt, baby. They supersize it. And so Eva was like, and so now you're the one who. This is crazy. Wait, so do the priests know you're Barbara's heir yet? Oh, I can still feel the sting of Anita's badly manicured hand across my precious cheek. Girl, please. Oh, mama, what did you do? Leslie was like, me, girl. Eva was like, honey, I've met the Queen Dupree, baby, and she don't ruffle. Leslie says, karma is the bitch so that I don't have to be. And she smiles. She's such a pretty lady. So we have this, white dude coming with a suitcase. And she says, that's for me. He says, Dana Leslie Thomas. She says, confirm. And you must be. I'm here from Dabney Law regarding the trust. Uh-oh. She says, yes, okay. Let's see about this trust, baby. Ooh, remember, Vernon said he had a plan. So he asks for Leslie's ID. She thanks him for meeting her. So she puts her ID back in her purse. So he goes into the suitcase and he gives her her initial disbursement. She's like, thank you so much. He says, pleased to be of service. She was like, it's pleased to be served. I can't wait to see what this initial deposit is, honey. Or, I mean, disbursement. Wow. $1 million. Oh my God. I have to take a picture. Oh my God. This lady's going to get $1 million. And that's just one. That's the initial disbursement. Oh my God, she's gonna go and spend that shit. $1 million. I wish. Eva is like speechless, like how I was. Jesus. Well, we're back at the palace, and so Anita says, "Is the solution worth the cost?" He was like, "Well, that's just it just happens to be because we already know what Leslie Thomas can do with no resources. Now she got him. Ooh, God only knows what she's gonna do when she's armed to the teeth with all of your money can buy." So Vernon was like, "So am I making the call? Am I gonna make the call for you?" She nodded her head and gave him the big juicy hug, honey. "What call you finna make, Vernon?" "But baby, when I tell you that top that she's wearing, honey, with the pearls, child." Okay, she's looking at a picture of Tracy. Old picture, Tracy. She's looking at the old video that Andre made the day for the concert, and so we see in loving memory of Barbara Mitchell. Yeah. So we're at Danny's house, and so she tells Andre, "All right, I'm all yours. But we do have to watch the clock, honey. Tonight, my baby girl is making fashion history, okay?" He was like, "Oh, yeah, remember, I'm taking pictures for the launch." Yeah. I mean, we could just skip the whole just call her daddy session and we could just, she was like, "Oh, no, no, you don't, honey." "I had to watch you court that quaint nurse, which was less interesting than the least interesting season of any medical drama ever." When I tell you Daddy's reads about that damn quaint nurse, oh, she just gonna drag that girl so bad. Oh my God. She gonna drag her. Oh, Lord have mercy. "And so now you're trying to shut me out of the plot twist like I'm some type of extra or something?" He was like, "Well, you're certainly not no damn background player." So he takes a sip. He was like, "Wait a minute. Did you run out of the good stuff?" She was like, "Straight club soda, honey. You already had 2 drinks at the club." He's like, "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're counting my drinks." She was like, "I just don't want you to turn into me. Come on. Talk to me, Andre. Please. Come on. Don't take this part away from us, okay?" He's like, "What part?" "The part where we're completely naked with each other. The truth and nothing but," she says. He said, "All right now. Be careful what your ass wish for." She says, "Just drop your fucking boxers. I mean, metaphorically speaking." So he breaks it down and tells her that Ashley don't want his ass no more because she saw them together at his apartment the other night. And her immature ass thought that they was going to be the other kind of naked. So we're back at the palace. So Kat tells Anita, says she just hates to leave her mother like this. "I hate to leave her." So Anita's like, "What, sad?" And Kat was like, "No, messy. I ain't never seen her like this." Anita says, "Well, honey, I would be more worried if she wasn't, okay? Oh, but you have to focus on this dazzling enterprise you started with your cousin. We artists must celebrate our wins, honey. That is so true, Anita." "Chelsea's the artist, not me, Grandma." "Wait a minute. Every girl boss alive's an artist and a mother. Girl, you've birthed your dream into life. Now, get to mothering, girl. You have a million things to do." Kat says 1,000,001. And so Anita says, "Girl, get your cute self back here. All right, in time for the family toast. And Kat, promise me you'll call when the sad hits." Oh, she's so sweet. She says, "I want to spoil you, girl, with all your favorite things." Oh my God. Anita is the best. I did not just say that. Kat says, "That's why we love you the best, Gran." Oh, see, I just said that. I promise y'all I won't be knowing these scripts. Oh my God, Anita is wonderful. Anita says, "You love me the best because I'm fabulous, honey." It's a trait that's passed down to all Dupree women, and I can wait to see you and Chelsea shine. So she leaves. Kat leaves, and so Anita goes back into the parlor with her daughter. So Nicole was like, "Well, how does she seem to you?" "Bruised, but brave in it, like her mother. The only thing that's worse than seeing your child hurt is bringing them bad news." Uh-oh. Shit, she finna tell it. Nicole gets it. She's like, "Oh, mother, what is it now?" "Who is it now, girl?" Vernon says, "It's all of us, I'm afraid." And so the ding dong happens, ding ding dong, ring ding dong, hey, ring a ding 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 dong, hey, a ring. So Anita says, "Damn it, I wanted to get this out first." We knew it, nigga. We knew it. We knew it, nigga. We knew it. Damn. Who said it? James. James, you was right. Was it James who said that Bill? They was gonna be calling Bill. Yeah, Bill. That's Bill, baby, looking good in his fucking suit. Go ahead, because we ain't seen Bill in a hot minute, baby. Shit, I knew Bill is gonna be the only one that can beat her. I thought she was gonna pay for Bill's services, but they need him. Vernon, Bill. He invites Bill in there. Oh my God. First Danny chewed out Ted. So now Nicole is like, of course you invited this piece of shit over to whatever fresh hell this is. Damn. Girl, you better shut your mouth. Your sister already laid it to Ted over there at the country club. Here you go laying into her ex. Come on now, Bill looking good, honey. That's Sue, baby. He says, "Oh, come on, Nicole. This is a tale as old as time, honey. The Duprees find themselves in a bind, and who they call? Me." And Anita turns around and tells Nicole, "Sweetheart, this is about Leslie Thomas." Well, we're back at the Orphe Jeans, and so Leslie tells Eva, "Not this is the first payment, and the checks after that will keep coming forever and ever and ever. Amen." Of course, Eva tells her again, "Mama, the reason people are rich, baby, because the rich people are rich because they're very careful with their damn money." Baby, she folds up the check and put it in her purse. "I've been making moves for a really long time, and all to get us where we supposed to be. But girl, this ain't that. I mean, look at where we are now." So Eva was like, so no big moves, right? "I'm going to deposit this check, and I'm going to take a little me, a little you money out as cash back." So Eva was like, "So what are you going to do with your me money?" "I'm going to finally zip in the lip um, of the voice that's in the back of my head. The one that whispers to me in the grocery store and tells me, 'Girl, put that back.'" Child, I feel you, baby. I feel you. Y'all know what she talking about. Those of us who ain't rich. The one that's kept me outside the department store windows, telling me not to try that on, not to look at it, not to touch it, not to even dream about it. I'm not dreaming that dream anymore. Eva was like, "Look, that little voice wasn't you, Mama. It was me. Baby girl, I need for you to give that voice a rest, okay? Girl, I'm good. No policing needed." Eva was like, "You know that money is money, honey. That shit ain't no magic." So she tries to leave to tell her that she's going to go deposit the check. And so Eva was like, "I'll come with you." "No, no, no. You don't have to do that. There's some things I need to handle that's been a long time coming." So she skedaddles. "Love you. Love you too," Eva says. "Ciao." So Andre is sitting down on Danny's pink couch, and he was like, "Look, I would be the biggest ass in the world if I even text her right now after what happened to Derek." He was like, "Did Naomi tell you what happened to his with this accident?" She was like, "Yeah, honey, poor guy. Naomi and Jacob, they really, really do adore him." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, there ain't no way that she would not have been there for him." Again, I'm not gonna go blow by blow with this one because it's just him complaining about Ashley not wanting his ass, and yeah. We know she really wants him, but she's acting like she don't want him. We already know. So Danny was like, "Man, damn, I mean, you doing the time when you ain't did the fucking crime." And she was like, "Damn, you slept on the fucking couch." She was like, "Did you tell her that shit?" He's like, "Yeah, I told her that. Did she believe you?" He said, "No, she did believe me, but she couldn't get past my player reputation." He talks about how even Jan said his ass was all shine and no damn substance. Jan, do you want him? I mean, do you want some Andre? Oh, I told you, y'all. she had some type of rock and roll past. So he was like saying she, actually defended him to Jan, but after that girl saw him in the arms of a supermodel, it just cemented that player type of mentality. She was like, look, things are always really messy when it's worth, fighting for, worth having. She was like, look, no risk, no fucking reward. He talking about big talk from the woman who wouldn't even risk it for me. She's like, look, I've always been upfront with your ass, honey. Okay, I ain't ready. I already told you that from day one. She said, to be honest, it was the Derek of it all, to be honest, because the moment that he fell, her ass would have felt compelled to be right there for him, like she always does. Yeah. So he said, well, I guess I'll never know that shit, will I? You know what? I'm wasting too much time and alcohol to what might have been. He was like, damn, we ain't even get off the ground. Say la vie. Damn. She was like, hey, listen. The heart wants what it wants, honey. This bitch. She talking about, I know y'all asses are going to be talking in the damn comment section. I know. Say it. I know you going to say it. She was like, the heart wants what it wants. Even if it even if it wants a vanilla milkshake. I can hear Jasmine saying this shit. Jasmine Williams. I can hear you saying it. And Gina Lloyd. Oh my God. And Raquel. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, and she said that shit with a straight face. The heart wants what it wants, even if it wants a milkshake, a vanilla milkshake. She says this girl woke your heart up, baby, and you get to mourn that, Andre. She woke your heart up, baby. She says, and I do hate that I cost you that. Every time I put this thing on pause, y'all, I'm still cracking up at that damn Danny talking about even if the heart was a vanilla milkshake. He's like, no, it's not you, girl. It's not you. He's like, but you don't need to be sitting here watching me wallow about my pain, about something that never went, no, something that never happened, especially on Chelsea's big night. She's like, listen, honey, you walked me through all my heartbreak with my ex. Oh, she says, let me share in your almost. Wow, it's the least I can do. Oh, okay, shit. We're at the hotel, and Ted is back with in his pickleball outfit. And we all know where Leslie was going. She left Orphe Jeans with that fucking check and went straight to Ted. Straight to him. She will never get over this nigga. I don't understand. So he's trying to close the door. You could tell that he was fake closing the fucking door. And so he opens it. Of course, lets her in. He says, "Is knocking not in your repertoire of tricks?" And I've been here so many times, and I am just now noticing how small this room really is. Maybe because you take up too much damn space. Is this some type of false modesty that the rich have to punish themselves? I mean, you can't have nice things while pining over Nicole. Is that it, Teddy? He said the penthouse was taken, honey. And I ain't in the fucking mood to be judged to where I was forced to live because you fucked up my marriage. Or maybe slumming it was always your M.O. She steps up to him. What's this fucking about, Dana? Men who cheat, they usually pick the same girl, just younger. But not you. Maybe eating from that silver spoon for so long made you want something different. Something from the streets. He was like, there it fucking is, right there. From insult to come on in just a few damn seconds. You think I'm trying to seduce you? You are so sure of our places, aren't you? But you know what you haven't never thought about, honey? How things can change just like that, nigga. He says all he sees is the same old damn Dana playing the same old tired hits. Us not beer together ain't got nothing to do with our places in this fucking world. We are not together, bitch, because you're not where my heart is, Dana. Damn. Or Leslie? Well, I got a little song for you, Teddy Boo, and it goes something like this. I'm just as rich as you are, Doc, Probably richer. How you like me now? Okay. We are over at Orphe Jeans, and Kat rushes right on over there. That damn Eva just over there minding her business, honey. I see Kat running in there. Sit your ass back down. That's what Kat tells Eva. My dad's office said your ass would be here. Damn, girl. Oh, gosh. What fucking now, Kat? My mom and dad's great love story is no more. They're getting a divorce. Thanks to you and your crazy ass mammy. So we're back at the palace. So we Nicole knows the story. She said, "Mother's good deed of putting money in that trust. It can't let Leslie get her sticky fingers on that shit. No." Anita says, I think that's why I believe they call it a twist of fate. Nicole was like, honey, money's power and in the wrong hands. And there aren't any wrong hands more wronger than her hands, honey. Bill was like, the question is action. That's what we needed to know. Anita asks, can the trust be reversed? Bill says, no. The trust is ironclad. Damn! Leslie will still keep getting that fucking trust until she runs out of money or she runs out of fucking lives. Damn! Nicole was like, well, do I get to choose what's option, honey? Because I'm ready. Anita was like, girl, chill. So, Vernon is like, honey, Bill, we need a solution that strips her of the money, not her life. Okay? We've had enough of that around here. Bill says, understood and unworkable, because you got to make that shit clear to Bill. Because if you don't make it clear, shit, Leslie and Kenneth will be in the same space. Make it clear, baby. Make it plain. So Nicole was like, well, I guess you're saying that we're screwed. He was like, no, well, the only thing that's left is that you got to protect yourself. You just got to be careful. Now, she might be hiring new deals, new people. She can hire a honey trap, a hitman, anything her fucking little mind can dream up and outsource. Be careful. Double your security. Keep your fucking eyes open. Now, she is new to money, honey, and she's bound to make a whole lot of damn mistakes. And you need somebody who can spot her fucking coming. And he says, I can do that shit for y'all. Vernon says, and what's the price of your vigilance this time? Shit, Bill says, the same fucking invoice that's been sitting in front of y'all for fucking years. And that shit is still unpaid. All he wants is Vernon's respect. He said he never truly had it, and today that shit changes, or I'm walking the fuck out. Vernon says, nigga, if you think we finna bow down to your ass, then you could just go ahead and skedaddle right out that damn door. Like, for real. I gave your ass respect by inviting you here in the first fucking place. That was Clifton right there. He said, after that last fix, I should have lost your damn number. That was Clifton Davis talking right there. Bill was like, nah, nigga, you called because you needed another job done. Now, that ain't no damn respect. That's ringing the bell for help. Ooh, here we go with the read off again. I'm loving it. Vernon says, no one ever forced your hand, Bill. Bill was like, I was your damn son-in-law. Anita is taking it in, honey. Anita's kind of smiling. Girl, you're not playing that role. You're looking like, damn, this Timon is it Timon? Timon is doing such a fucking good job. That's exactly how she's looking at him now. He was like, I was your damn son-in-law, and you could see how much I needed a pappy. Especially since my actual pappy left me with so much to be desired. Cold, withholding, giving just enough fucking praise to keep me hanging on. You got me hanging on the string now. Hey. Hey, you got me hanging on the string now. You gonna be like, Shar, you're gonna be like singing songs. Yeah, when it click, yeah, I'm gonna sing. Remember? Y'all here for the kiki. Okay, back to the show. He says, you know what? I never knew how much you and my pappy had in common. You know what the real secret of the Duprees is? I mean, when you get Bill going, baby, Bill is going to keep rolling, baby. What's the secret, Bill? Only those with Dupree blood flowing through their fucking veins truly belong. Ooh, he said maybe that's why Ted sought Ted. Ooh, maybe that's why Ted sought validation somewhere else, bitch. He looked like Nicole. Nicole She finna jump up and fuck Bill up. She stands up. We don't need you. He said, oh, well, Nicole, actually, you do, bitch. You do. Damn. He says, there are some things, bitch, that you can't even fix. Remember, she went to his office trying to tell her that I am the fixer now. Girl, can you fix this with Leslie? No. No, unless you off her. So no, you can't even fix this. He goes on and on, talks about he used to show up there every Sunday after church, trying to make himself useful and make himself part of that family. Is that your excuse for stepping out on Danny? Anita says. He said, look, I'll own my shit. I'll own my crimes. But my greatest sin of being was so in awe of all of y'all. He said, well, shit, we all up in the dirt now, and I don't need you to bow down now. I need your ass to look me in the eye every time I walk into a fucking room in this town. I just want the nod, the handshake, and that goes for my wife too, damn it. She ain't wearing no fucking scarlet letter. She's wearing my ring. Now that's my retainer. And you can take my terms or you can leave them. And that crazy bitch will be your problem and yours only. Vernon peeks around at damn Anita. You know, she give that little bear nod. Yes, honey, go ahead. We need his ass. He the only one that can fix this. So Vernon, with very long hesitation, reached out his hand to shake Bill's hand. He needed that. Oh. So Leslie has told, like, with this stories today, by the time we get into the middle of these damn scenes, they've already told the whole story. So now we're at the hotel with Ted and Leslie. So she's like, so wait, he said, like, wait a minute, wait. So Anita is your benefactress? Yeah. So clearly Leslie told him the whole fucking story. He was like, yeah, you better watch your fucking step because your ass sure don't want to be on the wrong side of Anita Dupree. You can't tell me how to navigate my new sugar mama. He said, but you do think I have some insight, don't you? I know you do. Your ass is here. You is here because you want some lessons, don't you? What can you teach me? He was like, wait a minute, so you want me to give you lessons on how to fit in with Fairmont Crest's finest? For all the good it'll do you? Oh, wait a minute. You don't think I'm smart enough? He said, smarts, baby, you got that. But it's the bloodlines that fucking count. He said, you'll never be one of us. Well, I probably have more zeros on my bank statements than you have. He was like, well, I mean, that's a good start. He said, but the money, honey, the money will just get you in the door. I mean, you could buy all the right clothes, and I can even clue your ass in on the list of who's who. But belonging to Fairmont Crest is in the fucking details. It's how you enter the room, baby. It's what fork you use. You better go ahead and break it down, Ted. And her ass is listening. She taking all that shit in. She don't have it in her. You said you was an actress, bitch. You better act. He was like, it's bitch, it's what you do and what you don't do. And the toughest part for you, bitch, is what you say and what you don't say. He said, wealth is nuance. And you couldn't buy subtle with all the money in the world. Right, she's not subtle. Nothing is subtle about this. Even, I mean, the dress is gorgeous that she has on. It's gorgeous, but it's, it speaks that I'm here. I'm here, bitch. I'm here. Oh, wait a minute. She says, in contrary to what you think, I actually came here to give you your money back. So she's giving him the loan money back. Wow. I wasn't expecting that shit. How's that for class? He says, keep that shit. Take it. He just like, nobody taking that shit. Oh, so you have so much money that your ass don't care about taking mine. She said, like, well, so is this what wealth looks like? This bitch took one of the monies and balled it up and threw it at him. Ooh, how is that about not caring about money? So she threw the money in the envelope, baby, on the desk and just stood there. Child, we at the fussing twins. They always be dressed very subtly alike. Kat and Eva. Look, Eva's like, girl, look, I've done everything I can to repair my relationship with Nicole. Okay, girl? Whew, Kat will wear you the fuck out. Oh, yeah, she's such a saint, and she's actually trying to forgive me, girl. And me and Ted, we're getting closer, even though you tried to stop that shit from happening. So yes, hearing about the divorce, girl, yes, it breaks my heart. And I'm sad, just like you. Kat, all she could say was, yeah, you're sad, all right. Eva was like, girl, look, they look like happily ever after goals. Didn't Kat just say that to Nicole earlier? They were goals. Everybody wanted to be them. So she just was going on about, you just felt that they knew that they was going to be in each other's arms day and at bed at night. It's like they just felt right. That's what Eva says. And so Kat is like, ew, why are you digging into my parents' sex life, creep? She's so immature. I love her. But girl, please, Eva, don't say nothing about Tomas. Please. She says, I ain't say shit about sex. You went there, bitch. I was talking about love, about touch, about affection, about basic compatibility, which either a couple has or they don't. So she tapped her on the shoulder and Kat looking like, what? And here come Danny and Andre again, baby. Breathing each other's hair nostrils out. They know they just can't get enough of each other. She was like, what are we doing? He's like, shit, what we do. You get hurt. You call me. I lick my lips. I get hurt. I call your ass. And we make each other feel fucking better. And we make each other feel fucking amazing. Honey, Danny pushes him away. He was like, Danny, wait the fuck a minute. She's like, maybe we have been doing this a lot, Dre, and we ain't doing that shit right now. So she says to him, like you said, that you evolved and that you moved on from friends with benefits, and you moved on from me. So she was like, and since that shit doesn't work out, you just think you can just pluck me out of the friend zone and pick up where we left off? No. He was like, Daddy, what? You are giving me whiplash right now. No, blue balls too. He's like, just a second ago, you was right there with me. So he's like, wait a minute. So are you telling me that you want something different now? You're evolving too, or that you want something more with me now? What's the tea? She tells him, I have been crystal clear of the level of commitment that I'm capable of right now. We will always be friends, no matter what. Baby, but if you want those benefits back, baby, your ass gonna have to put in some work. Go ahead, Danny. We hear it's Ted. We're back at the hotel. He says, you made enough of a mess, Dana. Damn. It's me. It's Eva. So she comes in. She was like, why do you think it was my mom? He was like, girl, you don't even want to know. So she gets there and she sees the crunched up $100 bills on the floor. Honey, run me that, baby. Run me that. Just send it to me right there. Yeah. He said, well, she did. She said, well, she did say she needed to run an errand after she left the bank. I guess this was it. He was like, yeah, and I think I may have hurt her feelings, if they really exist, like as if I care. So she says, I'm more concerned about your feelings at the moment. Kat told me that Nicole filed. He was like, oh, Eva, you are nothing like your mother, huh? You really not. All right, we'll see how this rolls. If they talking some big talk, I'll talk. If not, we're going to the next scene. So she's like, I guess she told you about the trust. He was like, yeah, she just came over here to show that she had money to burn. He said, I'm just glad that bitch ain't bring the matches. She was like saying, well, maybe you think this is closure about maybe she could move on. And he was like, honey, I don't even know. Well, he's like saying he knew when he knew that she was back in town back in the day, he was worried about what she would do. But now that bitch got some cash, that nigga said he's even more worried. Well, we're almost at the end of the show, and guess who we see? Vanasty. So, Miss Thomas, it's good to see you. Oh no, it's fitting. Full circle moment that Leslie says, oh my God, this bitch is about to get a house. That's why Vanessa says late tomorrow that she got some bad news. Oh my God, girl. Oh, girl, you just got that check early today. Now you buying a house? Damn, girl. So Vanessa was like, girl, I don't deal with starter homes. But someone on my team would be happy to take great care of you, girl. And Leslie was like, start a fucking home, bitch. No. Leslie was like, you're going to want to handle this one. This transaction is opposite of small. So we're back at the palace. So Nicole is still bitching about the fact that she gets to keep all that money. And did you see how smug Bill was? And he was not trying to offer any type of solution? Anita was like, look, the truth is, honey, there is really nothing that can be done at all. The trust is irreversible. Vernon says, your mother, she made it very, very clear. He says that slap was so damn loud, I'm surprised that all of Fairmont Crest didn't hear it. Nicole was like, wait, what? Mother, you slapped her? Go ahead. Anita's like, I am not proud of it. Nicole keeps talking about, look, this cannot be valid, honey. There's got to be a way that Leslie's ass got into the system or something. Vernon was like, she's legitimate as fuck. She's Barbara's daughter. And Nicole was like, Leslie, the daughter of the lost articulate. Well, all that shit doesn't matter. She is still the person that blew up my fucking marriage and tried to kill my assistant twice. She has tried to take everything from me. And now we're just gonna just reward her ass by giving her untold millions? I'm like, damn, maybe I need to be a bitch. Shit. Nope, that is not in me unless you fuck with my kids. Then yeah. But damn. Ain't that something? Just hand it over here, boo. No matter what you've done here. And then she wants to live there. It's like, why not take your money and move to DC? Or like, in Virginia somewhere, you have to live there in Fairmont Crest. Girl. Vernon was like, look, your mother could have never anticipated this. And so Nicole tells her, like, Mom, I know you regret the articulate, leaving a member behind, Mama, but it wasn't murder, Mom. This guilt that you feel. And she says, is inescapable. And Nicole just looks at her. So he looks at her, and she looks at Vernon, and it's time for her to tell this truth to her daughter. He's like, I'll be in my office, baby, if you need me. What you don't know, honey, is that Barbara died by suicide. Nicole says, oh, Mom, no. I'm sorry. She's like, what, did Leslie tell you this? Anita says, no. Barbara did, in a letter she left behind for me. She said that my ambition killed her, and she was right. That's why that trust was irreversible. It reflected my deliberate intent. It was the right way to correct past wrongs. And we don't get to change that simply because we disagree with who is receiving it. You better say that, Anita. Girl. Wow. That's an honorable woman. Wow. Nicole was like, Mama, this is Leslie Thomas, honey. You owe nothing to that bitch. We've gotten into our stride. We're back at Danny and Andre. She's like, well, I'd shaken off my sad and we were all fun and fire, baby. Yes, we were. Then she says, then you decided, honey, to move to more beige horizons. Whoever is pinning Danny's lines whenever she throws shade to Ashley, I swear. She throws shade to Haley and Ashley. Her reads are so slick and so good. She says beige horizons. Jeez Louise. Yikes. So she was like, if you want this back, show me you deserve it. He was like, so you want me to beg? She was like, begging ain't sexy. No, Nursey got the full Andre experience, which she did. That nigga took her to Paris. He has never done that for Danny. Never. She's like, you wanted to dine that bitch? You just told me that you made her a fake Paris. That's what I just said. She was like, what the fuck I get? Uptown takeout? He was like, okay, you got it. You got it. He said, but wouldn't romance put us in danger of something less casual? She says, I think I can handle it. He was like, okay, okay. So what are we thinking exactly? It sounds like Andre got over that that piece of white toast real quick, didn't he? I'm sorry, the vanilla milkshake. And just so y'all know, I have beautiful people on my channel, white, black, everybody. And so everybody's family over here. If it's funny, it's funny, y'all. It ain't no shade on nobody, just so you know. All right, back to the show. She says, figure me out. My wants, my whims. I mean, what makes me blush? What makes me burn? I mean, there is definitely gold at the end of this rainbow, but you have to follow all the signs. He was like, okay, all right, all right. I think I can do that. So he reaches in to give her a kiss and she stops him. She stops him. He said, oh, right, yeah, yeah, okay. The force of habit, it will not happen again until you say so. Okay, Andre. Now, Scoot, she says, I can't have your ass making me late. He's like, yeah, yeah, okay. I got you. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm deuces. Yeah. So right before he leaves, he says, Danny, thanks. Okay. All right. That was cool. That was a really good situation with them. So we're back at the hotel with Ted and Eva. So he tells Eva that he appreciates her optimism about the situation. He was like saying, with this money that you guys have, hopefully your mother will see all of the possibilities. He said, but baby, I don't think we could put that genie back in the bottle. It would be, and she says, amazing with her eyes. That's gonna be my damn thumbnail. She says amazing. He said miraculous, honey. She's like, wait a minute. So you think that a leopard can't change his spots? He said, Dana won't even change her fucking spots, baby. She's just gonna add some new ones. Oh, so we back at the palace, and so Anita says, I'm sorry, Nicole, but I never thought that the sins of your mother would be visited upon you, my love. She's like, I understand, mother, but look, last night I tried to put Leslie in her place, making it clear that she couldn't hold this over me. But that slap didn't fix a thing, and a few songs doesn't wash away what I did. My heart, my conscience won't let me off that easy. And I just have to wonder, if I hadn't done what I did to Barbara, would her daughter be the person she is? Mm-mm-mm. Nicole says, oh, honey, I hope you don't believe or think that Leslie is the way she is, all because of some girl group drama that happened way before her ass was even born. Mama, you cannot take the blame, and you cannot give her your money, too, bitch. Look, a mother's first instinct is to protect her child, okay? And I always will. But my life didn't begin the day you were born, Nicole. I made a promise to Barbara and to myself. And that's what that trust is, a commitment without conditions. But now, every time I look at that bitch, I'm reminded of the promise that I made to Barbara. Nicole was like, Mama, you made a mistake with Barbara, honey, but giving Leslie that money don't make it right. Cut her the fuck off. I've tried. Look, the trust attorneys, they've tried. Bill tried. It cannot be done. And you're ambivalent about it? Girl, I'm furious and heartbroken. But nevertheless, that money is hers to keep, and I have resigned myself to that. But Leslie Thomas's entitlement, it ends right there. She's owed not another cent or second from me, you, or anyone else in this damn family. She is not allowed to infringe upon us any further. Oh, Lord. You might have to regret them words, Anita. Nicole says, and somehow, some way, whatever that bitch wants, Leslie wants, she gonna get it. So we have Vanessa still talking to Leslie about, like, I know every zip code in the DMV, and where you want to go. It's going to be perfect for your substantial budget. So she says, we'll pick something that will fit you. No, I picked you so that we can find something in Fairmont Crest because you have more listings than anyone else here, girl. This is the only zip code that interests me, okay? I want to live behind the gates. And that is the end of episode number 117 of Beyond the Gates season 1, baby. That was a decent episode. I really liked it. It had some really tense and really eye-opening things that happened. I was not expecting Leslie to be paying that loan back, but she did, and he kept that shit, didn't he? Anywho, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for being at my channel today. Don't forget to say something in the comments, baby, because when you comment, that's my content. All right, y'all have a good one. See y'all in the next video. Bye.